Please don't rub your face on that though. Don't be the problem child this time. So for some odd reason, it's been highly requested that I make a face tutorial or a foundation, like what the heck do you put on your face? I'm pale too and can't function in life type of a video. So if you've been around for a long time, then you know I don't know shit about makeup and I don't make a lot of tutorials about that stuff, and I try to stay away from it because I just don't know what I'm doing. I get a lot of questions in the comments of my videos about what foundation I use and stuff like that because it's really hard to find something that's pale, vegan, cruelty-free that works. So this is what I personally do. I probably wouldn't follow the application or any of the information or steps that I'm using to do this, but the products I think are great. So if you have any advice as to how I should actually be putting my makeup on, please let me know because I don't know. So the first thing I do is moisturize my face. Right now I've been using a couple sample products from Lush. I have the Sympathy for the Skin and Sleepy Lotion. So the Sleepy Lotion I feel like is really good if you have dry skin. Right now I've been having really dry patches on the side and then a super oily T-zone area. So that's kind of what I'm using. Don't know if it's good or not for your face, but it's what I have, so it's what we're working with. I've already put that on because it has to like sit, and I'm not trying to sit in front of this really hot light for 10 minutes for my lotion to sink in because it doesn't really sink in. The Sleepy Time one really stays super moisturized and not sticky, but like kind of wet or something. So I would definitely recommend just sleeping in it. That's why it's probably called Sleepy Lotion. If you have any recommendations for face stuff, let me know. So after my skin feels moisturized and not all flaky and shitty, I will go in with a thing called the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I don't really know if I can actually talk and do my makeup, but I'm going to attempt to do that. Right now I have my mirror balanced on a jar of peanut butter, so that's also what's happening. So I typically just put this on my nose because that's, oh, this is like super liquidy and I'm pretty sure they changed the formula. What the fuck? This is the original one I've always had and it's definitely too dark for me, and then I went to buy this one the other day because I was completely out of this and it's definitely lighter. Some of that on my nose, and I'll use one of these mini beauty blender things. So it's not a beauty blender, it's actually a Real Technique sponge. I feel like if you use a smaller one, it just kind of gets into places better. Honestly, this isn't really working like the other one. Usually this does like a pretty full coverage thing when I've got a lot of spots on my nose. Honestly, this is super liquidy. Ew, this is not what I'm used to at all. Okay, well we're just gonna go with it. It's way too much. And I guess we're just gonna get rid of that cat hair. I think this is still not my color, but you know, it tends to kind of blend itself out whenever you do the rest of your makeup, at least in my lighting, so maybe it doesn't actually look good in real life. Okay, honestly, I would probably just skip that step. So then I'm gonna go in with my NYX HD Studio Photogenic Concealer underneath my eyes. And oh, wait, no, actually, I think I put foundation on first. This is why you guys should not be listening to anything that I'm saying. Okay, well we're just gonna like buff that in, if that's even the term, because I need to get rid of that so I can put on my foundation. A lot of times I'll just skip that Milani step. My nose just kind of looks really red and spotty because I just got through messing with my sebaceous filaments since they're not actually blackheads, I learned. So this is the moment you all been waiting for. The foundation I use is the NYX Total Control Drop thing, and I really like it. It's pretty pale. I'm in the shade Alabaster. I think there might be one more above it, or this might be the palest one. I'm not quite sure. It is a very matte finish, which is what I go for. I don't believe in that shine and shimmer and highlighter, whatever. I'll just put a couple little drops on my face, like so. Pretty sure there's mascara fall out because this mascara sucks. And then I'll take a dab Real Techniques brush, sponge, whatever, and just kind of do that. Voila. Oh, I forgot. I have these two little like terrors that popped up this morning. So that's actually normally when I would use this stuff because it usually is heavy duty. Honestly, I just don't, I'm taking this back. There's something wrong with that formula because it's not doing anything. Hey. Oh, nice. So normally what I would do is if I wasn't putting that bullshit Milani stuff on my nose, I would put my foundation on my nose and I would start on my nose first because that's usually where I have the most problems of getting it even. And if I do my whole face into my nose and I mess up my nose, I'll get really angry. I'll take my entire face off and it just is a waste of time. So I'm kind of all scatterbrained and I don't actually really remember what I do. This really isn't a correct depiction of what I do to put my face on. So sorry. I feel like I'm definitely using way more product than I normally do too. Okay, I feel like in this light my nose looks a little bit darker, so I'm gonna hate myself for doing this, but I'm gonna put a little bit of foundation on my nose. Really not not the best idea because it's probably gonna lift everything off. And then we'll just kind of somehow take this up my nose because I've already done my eyebrows. I just cut my bangs, so normally I wouldn't be putting foundation on my forehead, but since you can actually see my forehead now, I'm gonna have to sort this out. You know, I really don't understand how people that do have front bangs will like pull them back with a clip or a bandana or something and then do their makeup and then put it back down and their bangs are totally fine. Like if I was to do that, they'd be permanently pushed the other direction. What kind of sorcery are you using? I'd really like to know. So because I know I'm gonna mess up my eyebrows, I'm gonna put this on the sponge, which is just sucking it up, so it's kind of a waste of time. Okay, whatever, fuck it. I'm just gonna do this because this is like really just not the best situation right now, and I really need to fix my eyebrow now because it's half white. See what I mean? Now they just like won't go back down. Okay, at this point we're just gonna pretend that what I'm doing is right, and we're gonna move on to the concealer again because it's a great idea to put concealer on twice, is it not? I'm gonna put it on my spots and see if that helps. Honestly, I haven't found anything that actually covers up spots, like red bright spots when I have them. I kind of just pretend I don't have them, but they're definitely still there. If you have any recommendations, I would love to hear. This is just a cry for help. Every makeup tutorial I've ever done is a cry for help. Blend this in with my tiny little beauty blender thing. I keep saying that, but it's Real Techniques. This is not false advertising, I promise. So once I've got all of the liquidy things on my face, I will go in with this NYX blotting powder. I usually use white or transparent powders, but lately I've been using this blotting powder, which does have a color to it. It's called light or Claire, but I think it's another language. But I mean, it looks pretty white slash transparent to me. So I'll take a tiny little brush and I will dip it in, and I like to kind of just pack it on underneath my eyes and around my nose before I go in with a full sweep of this on my face with a normal brush. This blotting powder is supposed to be if you're oily, which like me, I get very oily everywhere. So it's supposed to keep your makeup kind of from not moving. And then sometimes I'll take a beauty blender. I keep saying that. I don't use beauty blenders. I use Real Techniques brushes. Sponges, oh my gosh. I'll just go to town with the powder. I know you're not supposed to use a lot because that usually just makes your face fall off faster. I don't know, I just feel more secure when I have a lot of powder on my face, so I'm gonna keep doing that. I couldn't tell you what this brush is because this is something my mom gave me when I first started using makeup, so I probably should be getting a new brush. I also should probably have cleaned it. Never done that. I know a lot of people are probably just like shitting themselves now. I don't know how to clean brushes. I'm sorry, that's probably why I have acne. I feel like I'll probably end up titling this video how not to do your foundation because everything that I've done is just wrong. I mean, I guess I could teach you guys what I do for contour or whatever the heck it's called and blush because that's kind of part of your face even though it's not your foundation. So to contour, I use the e.l.f. contour palette, and I usually go for this shade because it's more of a cool tone, deep brown thingy, and I like to be more cool. So then I take it on a Real Techniques brush. I don't really know which one this is. I think it said contour, which is why I bought it. I'd really like to buy a brush set or a brush kit. Don't know which ones are good. So that honestly looks so dark in the camera. Great! Sometimes you mess up and you get too much, or it just decides to kind of like show up everywhere where it's not supposed to be, which is what's happening right now. Okay, so maybe we can try and like buff some of this out, smearing everything I just worked so hard for around. That's not what I'm saying. It really, this is, oh no, I need some alcohol. Maybe we can save this with some blush. Okay, so what I use for blush is the Milani This. It is so damn old that the number and the packaging and the name has rubbed off, so I couldn't tell you what it is. I don't know, I'm useless. That's what it looks like, so if that's of any help. So I'm using another cheapo e.l.f. brush because I just don't know anything. And I'm just going to put it on the apples of my cheek to try and save what I have done to myself. And I really should probably have fixed this eyebrow because this one is like really dark. This one has so much foundation on top of it. I'm just falling apart. Oh, and I totally forgot. I don't contour my nose. I have no idea how to do that. I would really love to learn, but I cannot risk messing that up because I will fuck up my face if I try to contour my nose. So I just take a little bit of that same color and I just kind of dust it underneath my nose because I heard that makes your nose look shorter. And Lord knows my nose needs a lot of help in that department. But I know some people do this, so if I'm feeling adventurous, I'll put a little bit of dark stuff under here. And then the last step is I just finish it with this nope, not Max. NYX finishing spray that is matte. Ugh. That is how I put my face on every day when I put it on. I don't put makeup on a lot these days. I'm kind of a lazy sack of shit, but when I do put it on, this is typically what I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you guys have learned your lesson on why you should not ask me to do makeup tutorials anymore. It'd be really tight if you subscribed and liked this video, even though it was a complete disaster, but it just lets me know that I'm not a waste of space in the world. So until next time, let's talk, let's be homies, and let's get drunk.